Bonjour, je m'appelle Specimen. We are live in Switzerland. I'm with Nina. Nina, ça va?
Huh?
It means, how are you?
Oh, I was better like a few minutes ago.
Why is that?
Before you asked me those questions.
So obviously we've been having a great time here in Switzerland. Nina, we've been seeing a whole bunch of different decks as well. But this is like the highest level now that we're going to be seeing. We're really going to be watching closely. This is the time to learn, improve your gameplay, Nina. I know you need it. You need to be paying close attention.
Excuse me, how did you finish in the Creator Clash in New York again?
I don't actually want to talk about that.
Oh, well, let's talk about it.
I think I finished 10th.
Oh, interesting. Because I think 6 is higher than 10th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. We can take a look at the deck list for the upcoming game. We have Chicha versus Ecock. Chicha with a Sandman, boring, but there's a Kang in there. Okay, hello, Sunshine.
Oh, that's a first.
Now, one thing worth mentioning with this is you're only allowed one Series 5 card across your 2 decks. So Kang taking up that Series 5 slot.
Sometimes I feel like Kang is just a waste of both players' time.
Yeah, certainly on ladder.
What do you think? Like you love Kang. You put him in your Patriot deck.
Yeah.
Why?
So, like, I mean, Kang can thin your deck in theory. That's not really the use case in Sandman because you have Chavez and you could play it on turn 5 the turn you draw it. But with this, like, it's more like a bluff potential, right? Like, you can snap, play for like a big 8-cube game.
Assuming your opponent doesn't have a Cosmo, which they do not.
Yeah. So I think it's just like, particularly in a tournament in battle mode, it's really interesting. We can crack on. There was also like a Flood Clog type deck, which is something very close to my heart. But we have got a very interesting matchup. We've got the Sandman on the bottom and a Destroy deck above.
No, not again.
Yeah, we've been here before, Nina.
Sandman versus Destroy again. And Sandman's already in hand with Wave.
Yeah, so in the previous game, if you guys didn't watch, in the very first game in the tournament, Nina and I casted a game like this, but it was against a Deadpool Destroy deck. And we were quite surprised at the lack of early snaps from Sandman. So with the quality of these players, both having incredible records earlier on in the day, it's going to be really interesting to pay attention to when each player decides to snap.
I'm expecting a lot more snaps for sure. Although it is the first game of the, finals, so they might be a little bit more conservative. Oh, there we go. We see the Sandman coming down already.
Yeah, that just shows you how good Sandman is. You could play a Magneto or a Man of Sand. What does that look? Oh, she hit me with the crickets. Death comes down, Sandman as well.
Oh, that's a lot of stats for Echoes. And do we know if Chicha has Shang-Chi in his deck?
From memory, no. So it looks like it's a DeathWave deck up top. We didn't quite get the chance to look at the Echo decks properly, but Ecock. But there is the She-Hulk, there's the Death, a lot of Destroy type cards. So DoomWave is... DeathWave, rather, is always a deck at the start of patches, which seems to make a little bit of a comeback, but then falls off a little bit more. We've also seen some DoomWave decks, but I'm loving the idea of it. But into Sandman, maybe not the greatest of matchups.
No. Sandman just... it's just depressing, honestly.
Yeah, I think like when Sandman inevitably gets nerfed in the future, it's going to open up so many other decks as well.
Do you think his change from 4-1 to 5-5 was a buff?
Massive buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Massive buff.
In stats?
I think, like, I was actually a big fan of the 4-1 version, but the fact that you can just play Electro into Sandman, it does make the deck very linear.
Yeah.
Your game plan is pretty much always the same, and it just makes it so much more difficult to deal with. Before, like, if you could play Sandman, but it would be, a 1 tempo turn when you could play a 5-cost card. But
it's
here
a
we
big
go.
difference in stats. Oh.
The vision is on the board. No, neither player has snapped Nina, so it's a 2-cube game at this point. Sandman in play as well, of course.
I love Vision. Vision is such an underrated card.
Why do you love Vision?
The flexibility. You can move him around. It's just so good to get into locations that are like locked out or flooded or like Sanctum Sanctorium. And also, it's not Shang-Chi-able.
Yep. We see the retreat coming in from Chicha. Interestingly, we saw the retreat now, not the retreat later, which you could argue you should always
do in battle mode. Yeah.
Because if you press that retreat later button, if you guys aren't familiar, and your opponent has also pressed the retreat later button, you will tie the game.
And nobody
However-
loses any cubes.
However, if you retreat now and your opponent hasn't locked in their decision, they're trying to decide to either retreat or play, you basically just make their decision for them and hand them the win for free. In this case, it didn't matter because the play was locked in. We see Lizard and Carnage.
Oh, well, oh, Rickety Bridge in the middle.
Rickety Bridge, and then we've also got the X Mansion RNG. I'm still looking out for that Ultron, Nina. What are you wanting off X Mansion, chat? What are you wanting to see off of this X Mansion?
Oh, that's a good question. I want to see Infinite.
Okay.
I want to see Infinite one side and like a little
Like a wasp?
Ant-Man. Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah. Wasp
Adam
on the other
Warlock.
side.
The Deathlok comes down to the right. Here we go. Time for the X Mansion. The armor versus
Infinite.
Ultron.
Oh!
Hawkeye again. This happened last time.
Yes! That's tiny.
So Hawkeye 3 points if you do play a card into it this turn. The armor though.
Wait, the armor is so bad for Echoes.
Yeah, absolutely. Could be pretty significant.
What can he even play? And actually, we don't see Sandman this game yet. So it might get interesting.
Oh,
we see a snap. Oh, they didn't do the thing.
They didn't do the thing.
Who snapped?
They're supposed to have snapped for us, but unfortunately they're
I
super
think
focused.
they're focusing on the game, yeah.
This is, okay, I would wager this is a bluff on Sandman, right? Like the Sandman player here is saying, okay, I'm about to play Sandman, but it doesn't come.
No, I think it was Echoes.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll try and maybe
There's
remind
still
the players
no
at half, after this match, if they can snap when it's a snap, because it just makes it much easier for us all to see how it's working. Unfortunately, like the snap UI, like one thing they can work on, I think overall, is like seeing who snapped. Like often, Nina, I try and snap twice because I can't remember if I snapped.
Oh yeah, always double snap. You're
Yeah.
right. Just to be safe.
Yeah.
I don't see Kang being played. That's interesting. I want to see why. Oh, it's only turn 5.
It's turn 5, Nina.
Oh my god! It's so confusing.
So, Nina, I think if you would like some coaching sessions on the turns, this is the 3rd time.
It's because of Electra. I'm confused.
I see. That does make a lot of sense. I'll let you off. The Kang then, I'm not sure if it was drawn this turn. It is in the far right space in the hand. If you play Kang, the turn you draw it, you do end up drawing another card. But that Kang saving it until turn 6, I think is just so valuable now. The Magneto Clog.
The Aero?
That is a fascinating turn.
Why do we not Aero into the Rickety Bridge? Do you know?
That's a really good question. Aero into Rickety Bridge would have done some huge damage to the Magneto. I love the decision, though, to go for the Aero and pull that Magneto away. This Magneto ended up really backfiring, and we go into a very interesting turn 6.
And we know that Echoes has a Shang-Chi.
And let us not forget as well that Kang is a possible play here.
Yes. But is he going to do it?
Like, you might think there's no reason not to Kang, but like, there almost is, because your opponent can still change their mind anyway. So in some games, like your opponent might be expecting the Kang to come, right?
I remember playing this one. You know how on ladder sometimes you queue up against the same player over and over again. Oh, the Kang goes down.
A Kang snap is also a possibility if the snap is still available.
Oh, there was no snap. Oh, there was already snap. I think maybe the Kang player already snapped.
Yes.
Oh.
So we get the information. The Bucky Barnes into Rickety Bridge.
Oh, that is so smart.
Look at the Kang
but
info.
But too bad we know what's going to happen.
Now, of course,
the power of Kang.
ECOC has the possibility to change
Look how long
mind.
it takes.
They
Look
can,
how long it takes.
Yeah, okay, it's a little bit excessive, isn't it? Let's keep our fingers crossed for no Kang game-breaking bugs as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's go again.
Oh, we're moving the
Vision off to the left. Leader off to the left as well.
And Leader.
It's going to copy the highest power card. So Leader is copying the highest power card, which most likely will not be the Bucky Barnes.
It's going to be Shang-Chi. It's going to be the Shang-Chi, and then he loses anyway, no?
Unless the prediction here from Chicha is that his opponent, ECOC, is going to make a different play. This is the Kang mind games really coming into it. The decision-making, the roping. This is something I love.
Like maybe Odin? Odin the Magneto and move the Vision to the left?
Yeah, it's an interesting idea.
But then we still lose. No, we still lose middle and right.
I love this decision of just exploring all the options physically on the board, moving the cards around, see what's working. I think seeing it visually just really helps you to process like the different options you have. And you mentioned Vision. Like, Vision is a card which is giving you so many more possibilities of how to sequence.
Yeah, and you never know what your opponent is going to do either. I think Echo is actually making exactly the same play.
It's going to be for 4 cubes this one if both players lock it in with no snaps.
Oh, I think it's a retreat, yes. And he goes...
We see the retreat, and the retreat now
That is a good retreat.
Yeah, with the retreat now again, Nina. It could have been a retreat later. Yeah, because here by retreating now, you're actually giving your opponent a chance to rope all the way until the very last second and then press retreat later.
That's true. That's true. The mind games.
So you should always retreat later in that situation.
But sometimes it's such a waste of time.
Yeah,
well, especially when you know you've lost.
Exactly, but the stakes here, come on. The Hood going down into Clintar. We see Dream Dimension in the middle. And the last location still yet to be revealed. See you later, Kang.
The Kang is gone. Does Echoes have Null in his deck?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. So I was going to say that Null got that 0 power Kang.
Yeah. The Yondu in this one is really aiming at getting those death triggers down, because Yondu counts as the destroy card, so the death we can see now is at 8 energy. And then also Killmonger is able to remove that Yondu later, so the death then gets another power removed. And then if you guys aren't familiar with this deck, the wave will come down on turn 5, ideally. And then in an ideal world, you can play Death, She-Hulk, and another card.
Unless Sandman comes down.
Yeah, let's not talk about Sandman. He doesn't exist. Sandman can't hurt us.
No, this game, it seems like. I love to see it.
The Squirrel Girl also in here, not really for raw points, but as a way of giving you more death triggers with your Killmonger.
Yep. The only thing about Dream Dimension is even if you play Wave, you can't play She-Hulk and Death.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
That's very annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, Wave costing that 1 extra energy really significant, because, yeah, then that She-Hulk next turn will still cost 3 energy instead of 2.
The Sandman is going down.
A late Sandman. But this just shows you like how good the Sandman buff
is.
We
have a
see
snap.
the snap. The snap comes through.
I think it's the Chicha
with the snap.
Chicha the snap
and
for
the
sure.
Retreat
Yeah.
From
you see how much the locations can affect the matches.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like just one Dream Dimension just completely ruins the DeathWave combo.
Okay, we've got Hala, we've got Isle of Silence, and a final location.
Isle of Silence with Ebony Maw is amazing.
Yeah, Isle of Silence with Ebony Maw. Are you a fan of Ebony Maw, Nina?
He's okay. Are you?
Yeah, I really like him, but like there's some downsides.
No, there's no downsides.
I mean, I've played against many Galactus gamers where I Ebony Maw and then I can't Aero stuff away.
That's why you add Jeff.
That's true.
Yeah, Galactus into Ebony Maw lane is pretty brutal. Oh? He's decided, Chicha's decided not to play Ebony Maw, but instead played Lizard? Is there a reason for that?
Killmonger.
Oh yeah, of course.
Also going to feed the death as well, so not only are you losing out on those points, and Lizard also benefiting off of the Isle of Silence. The Deathlok comes through.
But we see Sandman.
Uh-oh.
Sandman is in hand, and I think it's going down this turn for sure. Oh, that is sad.
Will we see a snap on the Sandman turn?
We'll have to, right?
The Hala here, Nina, as well, with the Hood and the Squirrel Girl. Even without the Killmonger, that's giving 2 more triggers for death.
Yes, but with Sandman, it's still... Is it enough? Because we don't even have death in hand.
This is round 3 as well, round 4. So the last round of the non-high stakes. So we will be going into high stakes after this one. What that means is we're in an interesting spot where if you end on an odd number of cubes, you kind of get like a free life. So like in some situations in this round, you have like a free retreat. So Chicha, right now, I do believe is on 7 cubes.
Yes.
And Ecock on 9.
On 9.
So both of them, this cube is actually quite significant because it's going to put them down to an even number of cubes on the next turn. So a retreat here is not something that either player wants to do. In fact, you may as well always play for 2 cubes here. There's like no reason to retreat for just 1 cube in this situation. We'll see if the players realize that.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's something I...
Yeah, round 4 is like a really weird situation in Snap with that.
That's interesting. There we go. We see Doom coming down. And is the vision going to get moved? I don't think there's anything Echoes can do against Sandman Doom.
Yeah, but again, like if I'm reading the amount of cubes right, which often, or the amount of lives left, which often is quite difficult to do, but I do think that this is like technically there's no point of retreating here, if I'm not mistaken, which is a really weird concept, but
is there no really? There is. What do you mean?
Well,
retreat once and then you have 6 cubes. Like, oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, like if you're on 6 cubes or 5 cubes, it doesn't make a difference.
We see a retreat.
Yeah, we do see the retreat come through. It's
so
like
maybe
a really
not everyone
niche...
is aware of it. Like, I didn't know until you told me just now.
It's a really niche situation. It's only round 4 that it ever matters, but it's something that you should always be like thinking of going into round 4.
Take notes, chat. Take notes.
We see the Yondu snipe the Ebony more. Little bit of thinning.
Oh, imagine if it hits Sandman. That's an instant snap, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the Subterranea, I think it's got to be favoring the Sandman player here because of their ramp deck with so many high-cost cards.
No, Subterranea must be favoring Echoes because they're less likely to draw Sandman, and also they can destroy those rocks.
Okay. Yeah. So, looking like an interesting matchup. We see Death's Domain.
Oh, Death's Domain is so good for Echoes.
And we are now at the high stakes. 2 cubes.
Oh, wait. It's also good for Sandman with the Electro. Because we have Vision. The Vision. See how good a card Vision is? Even if you play Bucky into Death's Domain, it's not as good as Vision.
Now, we're seeing the Electro go mid.
Oh?
Controversial.
Why?
But there's a couple of reasons.
For extra stats?
Yeah, extra stats. Stats are good. Stats help win games. It's 1 less trigger for death, which probably isn't significant if you play Sandman, but if you don't play Sandman, it is significant. And also in a Subterranea game, it's quite unlikely you're going to be filling your board. And often, like...
Wait, the Bucky went into the middle. This is before Death's Domain got revealed, isn't it?
No, Death's Domain is active. Bucky goes mid with the Deathlok.
No, the Bucky was played on turn 2, though.
Of course, yes. I see what you mean. Yeah, you're right.
So we have no way of getting... Echoes now has no way of getting to the right to Death's Domain.
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl, but it's not big enough.
She's going to pop off
because we have Vision on this side. And Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Do you think that Death should be able to play herself in Death's Domain?
Probably. She probably should. This is a really fascinating set of locations. A lot of the time at this high level, you see a lot of players snapping and retreating very early on based on the locations, but this one has clearly got advantages and disadvantages for both.
You know what I think? Even though Chicha can get into Death's Domain with Vision and Dr. Doom, he might be losing this game because there's no Sandman. And Echoes is winning middle by a lot, and he'll be able to play Death next turn.
And the Squirrel Girl...
and Demon, the 1/6 Demon. That's a lot of stats.
This is a really interesting decision to play the Squirrel Girl into Death's Domain. You end up with 1 point less into Death's Domain, but you end up with an extra Death trigger.
Yes,
so Death is that 1 point cheaper. Basically just saying, okay, I lose Death's Domain, but I don't care. I'm going to put as many stats in the other lanes as I possibly can. And that decision was probably made for Ecock when the Winter Soldier was played mid on turn 2 before the reveal of Death's Domain.
And now I think Echoes has to decide where he actually puts the Death, in Subterranea or Lemuria.
Nina, this is turn 5, just so you know, okay? This is turn 5. We have 1 more turn afterwards.
Okay.
Just in case.
I knew that.
Aero comes through. All's the Doom to the left, doing very little, of course, but 8 body on Aero is pretty fantastic. And we do see the top decks. We've got Death plus Demon, that 1 extra Death trigger from the Squirrel Girl.
Okay, now it's turn 6, right?
Yeah, we are now there. That 1 extra, that Squirrel Girl play, okay, you lost a point, but that wouldn't have mattered. You're losing to the Doombot, and now you get to play a Demon.
It was definitely calculated.
The ordering and positioning is going to be significant here.
Also because there's no way we could have won Death's Domain anyway with that one little squirrel, because the opponent has Vision and Dr. Doom.
Vision also a possibility to be moved into Lemura. Odin is putting quite a lot of stats to the left. Neither player has snapped.
Do you think? Oh,
I think we see some emotes coming through there as well.
The Vision goes, if Vision goes to the middle, and Echoes plays with the 1/6 Demon middle instead of Death, is that enough for Chicha to win? Do the maths.
I'm not doing the maths.
You do the maths.
Here comes Odin onto the Doom.
Okay.
Vision is not moved. Vision stays where it is.
Oh, no!
And the correct decision on the Vision. This one almost feels like it was a bit of a 50-50. If Death goes left and the Demon goes mid,
No, I think you
opposite happened.
It's not enough. It still would have, yeah. I think if you move Vision to the middle, then you win middle, but you lose.
Right.
No, but
I think if Vision moved to the middle, like it was a win there, or in the inverse, if the Demon and Death were played in the different positions and Vision stayed where it is.
I think Chicha was always winning.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I don't.
I'll take your
Someone
word for
do the
it.
maths.
Yeah, come on, chat. This is what you're here for.
Yeah.
Okay, we see an Orca, a lesser spotted Orca appear.
Orca?
It's a District X game, Nina.
Oh!
And we have
another Orca!
And we have Lihub. Oh my god.
Double Orca.
It's the battle of the Orcas.
Yes.
I want to see both Orcas in the same location for a perfect time.
I want to see Orca beat leader.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
now we're
god.
talking.
Yes.
We also see a Jane Foster appear out of nowhere. This could potentially pull something like a Wasp. Also,
I love Jane Foster.
Whenever District X shows up, Nina, there's one card which can surprise you right at the end, and that is M'Baku.
M'Baku!
Yeah, come on. Fingers crossed.
I hope there's M'Baku.
Still a 2-cube game. We've not been seeing that many snaps in this series so far. Both players playing it quite cautiously, a much less aggressive playstyle to what we saw in the previous game.
Well, the stakes are higher.
Exactly. This is the winner's bracket as well, so both players, if they lose this, they're not out of the tournament. They can still bounce back later.
Oh, the Sandman is going down. Actually, the first card to be played by Chicha.
Yeah, that's not very pretty. Skipping the first 4 turns.
Yeah, we didn't get our ramp card. Oh, this is already turn 5.
Yeah, we're really into this one. All the cards drawn were high energy cards here for Chicha, when really something like a Sentinel, something like a Star-Lord, Captain America would have been a lot better. That's the difference here, the District X RNG. Wave comes through.
Oh, wait. We have She-Hulk. Echoes has She-Hulk in his hand. So he can play She-Hulk and another card.
Yep.
An Orca.
She-Hulk and Orca.
The
Let's
Orca.
go.
Oh, I think the leader is going to go down.
Okay, so...
the leader is going down. The leader is going to get beaten by Orca. I really hope so.
Fingers
oh my
crossed.
god. But...
This is Orca's time to shine.
No. Oh no!
The Magneto's going to come through. It's going to move Wave, Captain America, into
That's
its
not
location.
enough. Because we know Orca's going down there.
So Orca is locked into the right. This is a 4-cube game if both players lock in the play.
Oh, wait. This is...
In fact, this is lethal for Ecoc. If Ecoc is losing here...
Oh, this is so stressful. But this is very risky for Chicha to stay in as well. Just playing 2 cards the whole game.
It's bold. But this is the power of Magneto, potentially. That little surprise value. Your opponent might not see it coming.
Yes, but he doesn't know about the Orca. Oh.
We see another retreat.
This is definitely a very wise retreat.
Yes. Orca still won our hearts, all right? It didn't technically win, but it won our hearts. I mean, it did.
I really wanted to see Orca on the board.
Have you got like any other favorite cards, Nina?
What do you mean any other? I didn't say Orca was a favorite.
I think you are the only member of the Orca fan club.
No, I was just excited to see a card that we don't see often. I'm pretty sure Orca wasn't added to any of the decks here.
No. We've got Bar with no name. We have this is a Rickety Bridge.
Oh, these interesting locations.
Bar son nom.
Wait, is there any negative cards now?
There's the hood in the...
Oh, Echoes. Yes.
Echo deck, yeah.
Yes. Let's go. And no location changing cards. And which means you can't play Dr. Doom either. Oh, this is very interesting.
Electro going down in Rickety Bridge. Of course, if it dies into Rickety Bridge, then the player will... all the cards in Rickety Bridge die if there's more than one card.
Yes, we do know how locations work.
Not everyone does, Nina.
Okay, fine.
Come on. Especially as we've got the French versions
Always
on the
underestimating chat.
So, le joueur avec, that means when a card is played, I think. Maybe.
Is it?
I mean, avec means with.
Okay.
Les, though.
A French lesson with Speci. Oh, we have the Sandman. But, okay, this is turn 4. I'm not getting confused again.
Yeah, and we have got the Kang in this one as well. So Kang can come through on turn number 6 and maybe see that hood coming into the Bar with No Name.
I wonder if Echoes just wants to win one location really badly and then play the hood on Bar with No Name on last turn. But he hasn't drawn it yet.
Nope. She-Hulk here was played into Kroningvats to give another She-Hulk. This is the turn to wave. Potentially, that then opens up the She-Hulk and another play, and you could maybe Aero into Bar with No Name.
The Aero will ruin the vision. Because you won't be able to move vision out in time. Oh, wait.
So there's a couple of options. Aero into Rickety Bridge could kill a bunch of things on the final turn. It could pull a bigger card into Bar with No Name. Something like a Magneto.
Oh. What's the point of vision here? Because you can't move him to the middle. You can't move him to the left. Are you hoping just your opponent plays into the middle and then you can move vision to the middle? That's so risky. But I guess it's to prevent Shang-Chi as well, because he can't be...
Yeah, maybe
Chicha
playing on
knows,
Shang-Chi. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Something like Magneto.
So Magneto can be Shang-Chi'd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we see She-Hulk versus Vision.
Okay. Wait, we never drew Hood because we filled our hand.
Full hand into Cloning. That's ruined the possibility of drawing it. But I love this play. I'm pretty sure.
Kang?
We're seeing Kang versus Aero. Aero looks like it's probably going to go into Bar with No Name, you would wager, or Rickety Bridge, perhaps.
Yeah.
Because if you pull the card into Rickety Bridge, as long as it's not Doom, then you win the tiebreaker.
But there's literally nothing that Chicha can do to stop the Aero, right?
Dr. Doom?
No, but then you lose left.
Yeah, but then you tie mid and you would win the right. Doom.
Oh, do you?
You can move Vision, yeah.
Oh.
So Dr. Doom
you
would
don't move the Vision though, do you? Oh? Magneto's coming down.
Yeah, I think Doom would be Aero. Oh no, because with Bar with No Name in the tiebreaker, that 5 points for you counts as -5.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't win tiebreaker.
No, you don't.
There's nothing you can do.
Uh-oh.
There's nothing Chicha can do.
Apart from play Kang and
Just,
see the future.
I feel like that's just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know this is coming necessarily, right?
Oh, no. But now he knows.
Exactly. Now you have the information. And this is why I love Kang. Especially like in the Electro deck.
Honestly, just annoying.
It's an inspired choice, though. You have so many big top-heavy cards. Having like so many lower-cost cards isn't as important because you ramp into it, you play one card a turn. So making room for Kang is pretty interesting to see, certainly. Will we now see the retreat come through? Will we see the same play from Econ?
I hope so. There's no way for him to lose. And that's why I'm thinking there's no way for him to lose. He always... Oh! Dr. Doom into Bar with No Name, which means he gets pulled in the middle and then he doesn't lose left. And he wins... Right? No!
No, because of the initiative. The initiative is in favor of the Death player.
Yes, but still he will win the right side. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't.
Error comes through.
Oh no! No, no, no!
Then it's the Doom, and it is going to be the tiebreaker we talked about, Nina.
Yes.
But because of Bar with No Name, that is basically -5 points.
Oh, if only he had the initiative, that would have been a brilliant play.
1 cube left for Chicha.
Well, Echoes is on 4 cubes, but it's only 2 games, isn't it? So all is not lost. He just needs to... Chicha can come back if he wins 2 games in a row.
Yeah, so there's no more snapping, no more retreating really in this one. It's just going to be 2 flat-out games of Marvel Snap, where 2 cubes is the max stake. The reason for that is with Chicha being at 1 health, you can only deal a maximum of 2.
You cannot gamble the cubes you do not have.
Exactly. And we see the left location here. What's the name of this? Like Lemuro? Or is that? I can't remember the name of this one. Lille de Meer.
Lille de Meer?
Yeah, perfect. Great French accent, Nina. Fantastic.
Thank you.
The earlier you get your cards in here, the better, because they're gaining points. It's almost working like an engine. But this Yondu could die.
Thank you, Mr. Captain Obvious. Is that too mean?
No, I'll let you off. I think chat loves it. Oh yeah, it's called Mer Island. Thank you, Crayon Fart.
Can Specie see the chat? Yes, we can, but we need to crane our necks to see it.
Yeah.
Type all caps if you want us to see.
Okay, the Sandman's coming through.
Oh. Imagine ruining all the fun of Elysium with a Sandman. Oh? Wait, the Sandman is not going down. The Doom might be going down just to get the extra buff from
This again just shows you how strong Sandman is. You can be playing Leader, you can be playing Doom, some of the best cards in the game, and instead you play the Sandman. It's pretty incredible. Elysium reducing the cost of everything meant that even these 6 cost cards were available there.
Okay, but Echo is in a pretty good position, honestly, because he is ahead by a lot, by 11 points in the middle, and Chicha is only ahead by 3 points on the left. Are we going to see Leader finally come down?
We could, and Chicha also drew the Kang this turn, so worth noting, if they would like, they can play the Kang this turn to draw an extra card. I really don't think the Kang's in this particular deck for that consistency tool, though, and just as like a way of checking on turn 6 and bluff snapping.
We see Dr. Doom coming down, which will block the left lane completely for Chicha. But that might be enough to win the left side. Although I don't like... Oh!
It's your favorite card, Nina.
Oh my god, no. Where's that Orca when you need it?
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh. Too many options. Too many options. Oh, we see a snap. What? You can't snap?
No, you can't snap.
But someone still snapped.
You can snap, but it doesn't do anything, I think, perhaps.
Okay.
Okay, so 10 points would be needed to win the left. I actually like the Doom play. Because you're limited to 1 card, and also that means like the Lizard is not going to lose its power. The more cards you have in this location, you're getting more points as well.
More points is better?
I think more points is better,
yeah?
Nina,
okay.
Yes. Nova Roma and Elysium are the 2 locations we should probably have all eyes on. Death to the left, though, would also be interesting. Odin comes through. Odin is going to be enough to win Elysium and Nova Roma if Death does go to the left.
Oh, no. Oh. The She-Hulk nerf. The She-Hulk
nerf, yeah. Would it have been a tiebreaker?
No. I think you would have still lost left because of the location.
Really fascinating game. And here we have it, folks. We are down to the last 2 cubes versus 1 cube. But all is equal. Whoever wins this match will be through. Yondu comes through, snipes the Dr. Doom.
That's huge.
That's big.
That is huge.
Doom.
So how good is Sandman now without Dr. Doom?
Not as impressive, especially like because this deck doesn't have that much of an early game. You want to be playing cards which are putting points into all locations. Something like a Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, Sandman!
Oh, see you later, alligator!
Oh.
And the chat absolutely loved that one.
Nice. Oh, that was amazing. Should we play more Yondu?
Just mill the whole deck?
Yeah. I think we're good now. There's no Sandman, no Doom. We just removed so much power from Chicha's deck. He can still Leader, but we can play more than 1 card. So how good is Leader now?
The Lizard comes down to the right. It's Bucky Barnes and the Hood setting up a nice destroy location in Kunlun. Negative Zone also a location the players are going to be thinking about a lot. It's better to be playing 1 big card in there, of course, rather than lots of little cards.
Demon into Cloning Vats is so good, the 1/6 Demon. That is so much power for so little energy. Oh, we see Wave coming down on turn 4.
On turn 4, like a little mini Sandman almost. This is going to stop the Wave play from Ecock on turn 5, and then still being able to play She-Hulk and another card. Maybe predicting the She-Hulk wave play on 5. I really love this decision.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's so smart.
Because the wave would cost 4
yes,
instead of costing
right.
3.
Wow, that's big brains.
There was, in fact, no wave available. Aero is
the leader.
Option.
Oh,
Leader
but who has
versus
the
Aero.
who has the initiative? The leader player has the initiative.
Yep, leader player has the initiative. So leader is going to pull the Aero into its location. Right?
No. Wait, no. The Aero will pull Aero, and then the other Aero will pull the leader, right?
No, because then the Aero's in. Oh,
yeah,
wait,
and then it gets pulled. Wait, this is actually wait. Leader gets screwed.
Leader has been
God,
screwed, and the chat loves that one too.
I love that. Wait, let's do applause. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now Echoes can play a bunch of cards.
And it all comes down to this long series of battle mode.
Wait.
No
Aero is
retreats.
getting leadered. Aero is getting Odin'd, and leader's getting Odin'd.
Yep, so the Odin is going to hit the Aero, it's going to hit the leader. And this is the potential value of Odin in these decks, being able to hit multiple impactful cards at once. And Aero into the negative zone is such a big threat as well.
Oh, this is actually... This is actually tricky. Are we not going to see the Kang play? Is there a reason not to play Kang?
You're just feeling super confident and that you think you've got it. You don't want your opponent to change their mind. You don't want to give them enough time to think about what your play could be.
True. Oh, this is so tricky for Echoes. I do not envy him at this moment.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It all comes down to this. It's Carnage.
Carnage!
Buffing
so Carnage,
the Bucky Barnes.
Wait, the Carnage is getting copied, right?
The Carnage
no!
It's getting copied!
No, but... no! Oh! Yes!
Oh my days.
Oh my god, that was absolutely brilliant!
I don't even know what happened, Nina.
Carnage! The Carnage! Oh, he set up the Bucky earlier, so the Carnage... It was buffed for the leader side, but he didn't have that +6 from the Winter Soldier.
Oh my days.
That
what
was
a series.
so 5-head.
This is the best series of the
I'm so
day
confused. I
I've
didn't even
seen
know what
so
happened
far.
there. I was like, oh no, the Carnage is going to be copied, so the leader player is going to win. But... And the order that was played in was really important too, right? Because of Aero.
Yeah, absolutely. Aero's pulling the last card played. Wow.
That was very impressive.
What a fantastic, fantastic series.